Okay, Be'ez Hashem Yisbarach, we begin tonight a new Sikha. As you see, this is the Sikha that's from the Farbrengen of the second day Rosh Hashanah, and then Sukkot. No, it starts with Rosh Hashanah, then Sukkot, Shabbos Chol Hamoed, and then on Simchas Torah twice. The Rebbe spoke about this in a Hemshech, the continuation to the previous Sikha we learned, which was the Sikha. And one of the main, you're looking on the wrong side maybe. Turn it over.
37, no?
Page 27. The Sefer HaSichos is page 27.
Okay.
I'm looking also. 27.
Yes.
Okay.
No wonder.
That's the Reisha there.
Okay. Things we learned about in the previous Sikha was regarding Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel. Okay, so in this Sikha, the Rebbe is going to discuss this, and the Rebbe will explain it on a much deeper level. Okay, it gives the Eibishter, that is, gives Moshe Rabbeinu b'Sinai b'pirusha nitno. They were given with their full explanation how to fulfill them. Shanesh mishpatim ve'etno lochas luchis ha'evan. I give you the luchais ve'hatayre ve'amitzvah, and I give you the Torah and I give you the mitzvah. So what does it mean? All these expressions: luchais, Torah, and mitzvah. So Rashi actually says that the simple pshat of the pasuk is luchais ha'evan is talking about actual stones, the luchais, and then Torah v'mitzvah refers to the Aseres HaDibros. And Rashi there brings a famous thing, b'shem Rav Sadia Gaon, that all the Aseres HaDibros have in it beremez all Taryag mitzvahs. And Rav Sadia Gaon explained how you can find beremez all Taryag mitzvahs in the Aseres HaDibros. So therefore, Torah v'mitzvah refers to the Torah, which is the Aseres HaDibros, and v'mitzvah refers to the Taryag mitzvahs. That's Rashi's pshat. But the Rambam has a different pshat. When it says luchais ha'evan, that refers to the luchais with the Aseres HaDibros. What does it mean when it says v'hatayra v'hamitzvah? These are two additional things. Tayra zu Torah shebiksav. That refers to all the mitzvahs in Torah shebiksav. V'hamitzvah zu pirusha Torah shebapeh. V'hamitzvah means the explanation of the mitzvahs. In other words, v'hamitzvah means how you can actually fulfill them. If you look in Torah B'Ksav, the mitzvahs are not explained in a way you can understand how to fulfill them. V'hamitzvah means the Eibishter along with the Mevaya Barucha. Then the Rambam goes on to explain Seder, Mesiras, HaTorah Shebal Peh, Upirusha. What's the order of how Torah Shebal Peh is given over, and all of the explanations, all the details of every mitzvah. Al Yidei Gdei Yisrael Midor L'Tzir from Yeshua. He actually finishes by Ravina and Ravashi. And that's 40 generations. The Torah was given from one generation to the next. And then after Ravina Ravashi, the Rambam says, you had the Goinim and other ones of the Rishonim that explain the Gemara until this man of the Rambam. That's all fit to author the matters of Torah. The Dvarim HaMizbara means the clear ideas that come out of all the discussions of Gemara and so on. Binyan Asa, V'amuteh, V'atome, V'atoy, things that are forbidden, permitted, things that are impure, and B'fi Akal. So without any questions, without any tribes, start looking in one source, another source, looking the Gemara, the Bali, the Yerushalmi, the Sifri, the Sifra, the Tosefta. You don't have to look anywhere. The Rambam gathers, you have everything here from all this, everything in Torah Shebiksav. You learn the Psukim in Chumash, and you learn afterwards in this Sefer. Mishnah comes as the second. And and here you have everything, the entire Torah Shebal Peh. The Rambam gives, that's what the Rambam says. It's known that a lot of the Rishonim in this man of the Rambam, Tainus on the Rambam that wrote this, because they said that since the Rambam wrote a Sefer, Take, all the halachas of the entire Torah, but he didn't give explanations. He didn't write halachas b'tameya. He just wrote the facts. Set it up because you don't understand properly the reasons and explanations behind the halachas. You can start comparing one thing to another, medama milsa lemilsa, and you make mistakes. So therefore, they said that the Rambam says, learn Chumash, then learn the Rambam, and you know everything. You don't know everything. Halachas. Without the timing, that's the shleimus of Torah Shebal Peh. You don't need the timing, and for sure, you don't need all the discussions in the Gemara in order to have the idea of Kol HaTorah. Obviously, the discussions and all the amkas that there is in the Gemara and all the Rishonim is a chelik of Torah, and it's a certain aspect of Torah. But nevertheless, when you get to this inya that it says here in the pasuk, HaTorah, Taryag mitzvahs,
Again, his critics are saying that everything what's going to cause is more machlokes. I hold like this one, you hold like
Not
this
only
one.
machlokes, the Rambam there says that
there'll
it's
be no
not
set-
possible for everybody to go through the entire Shas and
it's
come
not
out
bad.
with a
Okay.
clarity because of Tzeik Shas and come out himself with the conclusions. So the Rambam summarized everything, gathered the bottom of Limud HaTorah. There's two mitzvahs in Limud HaTorah. It's called HaTorah Kula. Every Yid has an obligation to know Kol HaTorah Kula. And the Rambam talks about this, and I'll tell you, learn Rambam, and you learn Torah Shabbat, and then you learn the Rambam. You mekayim the mitzvah of Yidiyas Kol HaTorah Kula. Even if you don't know the Taimei mitzvahs, but if you know all the mitzvahs with all the details and all the halachas, you mekayim the mitzvah of Yidiyas Kol HaTorah Kula. That's what the Rambam accomplished, and that's b'chsav, second to Torah Shabbat. Nevertheless, since the Rambam is bringing all the clear ideas, without questions, without answers, when it comes to halachas, there's a very great significance to this. And that is not only in contrast to other parts of Torah Sheba'al Peh, where there is discussion and so on, it's on the same level. A certain Inyan, it's considered to be the same chashuv like the psukim in Torah Shebiksav, and you see it hinted here in the pasuk. The pasuk says HaTorah, the hamitz. You can't have one without the other. It's impossible to can't be. So what's this special chshivas that halachas of Torah has? So this is understood from what it says in the Yerushalmi. Shehuvu la'halacha b'sifre shel Rambam, and the Rambam quotes this as well. La'halacha in the end of Hilchas Megillah. Shekol, the Rebbe brings another four besides Megillah Esther. That's a discussion for a different time why Megillah Esther is different. But the halachas of Torah Sheba'al Peh, she'ein b'teilim lo'olam, they will not be bottled forever. Ke chamisha chumshei Torah, just like the chamisha chumshei Torah themselves. That's the significance of the pasuk in this week's parasha where it says HaTorah v'amitzvah. Torah Shebiksav and the halachas of Torah, specifically to the actual halachas, the clear halachas, not the mashenk and ashakal v'tari sheb'Torah Sheba'al Peh. This does not include all the discussions in the Gemara and all the discussions and all the svarim that there are about the halachas. Will also be bottled. So what's the pshat in this? Why take is there a difference between Torah Shebiksav and the halachas and all the other neviim, eksuvim, and all the other discussions in Torah? The Rebbe in the brackets, Bekitzer, explains the difference. What this means, in other words, is as follows. The nitzchi is HaTorah. We know that Torah is eternal. So if Torah is eternal, why are we picking and choosing? Why are we saying that there's a section of Torah that remains eternal and there's a section of Torah that does not remain eternal? So the Rebbe brings the source where the Rambam himself says about the nitzchi of Torah. Dava baru mefurish, clear and explicit in Torah. Shehi mitzvah oimedes la'olam la'olmei olamim. That the words in Torah is standing forever and ever. There's no change, there's no subtracting, there's no adding to Torah. The words of Torah, it's seen also later in the end of Hilchos Melachim. Now, what does this mean? In this is included halachas shel Torah. They tell us how to fulfill the mitzvahs. But all the other svarim of Nach, why are they not going to be nitzchias? Aren't they part of Torah? If they're part of Torah, they should be nitzchi as well. There is no addition or any new ideas there that's not found in Torah. There's no additional mitzvahs. There's no any mitzvah. Ella, what's the teichen of the entire svarim of Nach? It's all there to command, encourage Yidden to fulfill Torah, to warn the people, not to transgress on what it says in the Torah. As you see it in the last of the Nevi'im in Malachi, it says, Zichru Torahs Moshe, remember to fulfill the Torah of Moshe, my servant. So the whole Teichen of Nach, including all encouraging a Yid with a munnem, bitochen, and different things that a Yid should fulfill what it says in the Torah. That's the Teichen of everything. So therefore, since it's just there as a zehiros or as a chizuk for Torah, so in mitzad atzma, it's not an inyan for itself that's going to be nitzchias lasalai. If so, balachas kama v'kama, most definitely, hashakal v'tari b'Torah Sheba'al Peh b'negei la'oifin halimod. So with all the discussions that we have in Torah Sheba'al Peh, what are the discussions regarding how we learn everything out with drashes, divrei Torah? It shows you where Chazal got all their drashes from, why they made therefore when Mashiach comes there won't be any need for this. It'll be bottled when Mashiach comes. It's not this is not the etzem of Torah. This is not the ikar of Torah. It's interesting because sof it is a chelik of a piece of Gemara, shakal v'tarya. You have to make a bechtu chalakim of is not a means to an end. This is it. This is the purpose. The purpose is to fulfill these mitzvahs. Shenkin the shakal v'tarya in Torah. It's a chelik in Torah, but in Torah kufa, it's the emtsai that brings you to know what's the reasons of how you get to this conclusion. So therefore, la'asad lovai, they come to that conclusion. Now the Rebbe adds over here, at the same time that la'asad lovai, all the shakal v'tarya, the Gemara, the Rishayim, and the Achrayim will all be bottled. So you think you're going to have less Torah to learn la'asad lovai? So here the Rebbe brings what we learned in the other Sikha, then the reasons, the deeper reasons, the secrets, all the secrets of the reasons, and Alpi Kabbalah.
Deeper without the whole Torah.
Without, yeah.
What deeper? Zayar? Like,
Huh?
not gonna have Zayar.
What says? Depends, yeah. All the inyan of Pnimiyus HaTorah will remain la'asad lavai. Not only will they remain la'asad lavai, but also all the secrets that are even deeper than Pnimiyus HaTorah will remain la'asad lavai. Because they're a chelik of Sayt HaMeh, Mr. Tzvanisa. Shakla v'tarya of Torah is considered to be an emtsoi. These secrets of Torah are not an emtsoi. This is the etzem gilui of the et of Torah, the eibishter of the Torah, the neisen of Torah. That's the gilui. The nekuda of all these secrets of Torah is the chelik of Torah that doesn't relate to the Welt. There's the chetzenius of Torah, or it's not really the Lashon is not chetzenius of Torah. There's the Torah which relates to the mitzias of the world. And there's the etzem, the pneumius of Torah. That's the Torah the way it is. Shashuai, the eibishter's Torah chemda gnuza. That's really the secrets of Torah. That chelik of Torah.
It's going to be bottled. Up market.
Azay's mashmada, yeah. Look, the source of this thing actually comes. Let's see what it says in Ara 11. And the source of this comes from Yerushalmi, that Rebbe quoted before. So the Regam Pirish Mara Haponim L'Yerushalmi Sham. What does he say? Amitis Adava Kacho. The real pshat, what Yerushalmi Nenach V'Leiremizi Bayraisa, and it's not already hinted to in the Torah. Elo shetzarich bina yisera lohoitzi haremez min haTorah. You have to be wise. The place in Torah shenir is kol dava maksuvim. Everything that you have in ksuvim can be found in Torah. So v'chol zeu achshav. So today we have to have the Gemara and all the chsuvim mala. It's day of a gaime v'leitz tarchlo. Everyone will know exactly how it comes from Torah. So what does it mean? It's going to be bottled. All the shakla v'tarya. A huge part of the shakla v'tarya of the Gemara is how you learn out from Sukkim and what's the right way to learn out from Sukkim. What does this extra word teach me? What does that extra word teach me? La'asad lavai svet leichten. You're going to look into the words of Torah. You'll see every word in Torah exactly what it's saying. You won't need the Gemara to go through all the steps and to negate. No, this can't be the pshat. This is the pshat. That's the wrong pshat. It's the right pshat. You won't need all those steps when the inyan itself is clear. So it's not pshat that the inyan is going to be bottled, but the inyan is going to be there already included in Torah Shubiksav. You'll see the whole inyan kamaishu, the answer M is kamaishu.
What is it?
Again,
finishes off.
What's hinted in the words of Torah from the ideas that are spelled out later in the Nevi'im and Ksuvim, we won't need the Nevi'im and Ksuvim to spell it out because we're going to see already all of that behat Torah.
After they got the Torah, Moshiach Rabbeinu didn't have Gemara yet and Mishnah and all these things.
Correct.
So the Pashas understood the whole Torah from the Torah itself.
They had
So maybe then, even on that level.
I don't know if you could say it was mamish the same inyan. Then they had the Messiah of Torah Shebal Peh until a certain dar. There was no machlekes. No who the first says when the first dar it's brought like it began, right? Yeah.
No, but they understood. They had obviously this Torah Shebal Peh agreed.
I'm not sure if you could say
but
that.
But Gemara then wasn't then those days.
Right. Details but Messiah.
That's Rambam.
Yeah, but lav dafke that they were able to see it in the actual words of Torah Shebiksav. Here the Rebbe is saying, or what the Marapon extends, you'll see it in the words of Torah Shebiksav. I think the Rebbe brings it. The Rebbe brings it in the letter also. Like a person that's in a room and he's trying to see where's the exit. So if the light is open, so he goes straight to the exit. Sees clearly. So the light is closed. So then I have to untap him. He has to start feeling around. Doesn't see where he goes out. He starts feeling one place and it seems like an exit to him. Then he realizes, no, it's just a bookcase. goes to another place to see, he's like, oh, this is really exit because it goes all the way out. But then he sees, oh, he's stuck. You don't have to go through every step of the discussions to come to the conclusion. You just go straight to the door. That's the difference between the Rishonim that are more makatzer and say the things kamay shehu without the whole discussion. Mashenken achreinim, Mamayda, with all details, you have to negate this pshat that's incorrect, another pshat that's incorrect until they finally come to the right pshat. That's the negated the difference between Rishonim and achreinim. How much more so? Be'ein areich more so. Lasad lavai, when everything will be clear in the words of Teresh B'Ksav. It says in Teresh B'Ksav a pasuk, every single word is going to shine, and it's just shine on leichten mamish. You'll see the emes of everything right there with all the details. So Teresh B'Al Peh, all the discussions will be clear in the words of Teresh B'Ksav.
They put it on a higher level than Bavli because
Staying with Derech Tzachas. I mean,
what is really happening in terms of halacha and all that
is
that it's always an application to something new that's coming out. So we have this invention, so you got to find then a halacha for it. You got meaning
how you
the
apply.
The whole thing of that's driving halacha these days is the fact that there's so much innovation that we have to know to apply halacha. It's a never-ending applying halacha. What do you do by this?
Just like there's going to be
electronic device. What do you do by this thing? You can come up with 1,000,001.
So if the Rebbe says that in Torah is going to have the clarity of the halachas without any sfekas, the Rabbanim to a large extent will be out of business. The Rebbe said the Lashon Sam Sapojnik, difficulty.
Okay.
The Rebbe by dollars that used to say to doctors that then you'll be doing preventive. So the Rebbe set up something. Yeah, a few times. Okay, let's just finish the ice. V'yeshleima. Okay, so here comes a punchline. So you have the Torah B'Ksav, which is Hatayra and V'Hamitzvah. And Torah B'Al Peh, the halachas. Yeshleima she'inyin zeh merumes b'siyim v'chais is the halachas, and it's the shleimus of the entire Torah. So you see this in the fact that the Rambam, how does he finish off the entire Sefer Rambam? Shnei prakim ha'achreinim, the hilchas malachim, melech mulchamis, melech HaMashiach, be'inyin bias HaMashiach v'yimais HaMashiach. The Rambam finishes off the entire Sefer. Let's take a look quickly in Order 16. The Rebbe says that the reason why the Rambam finishes off with Mashiach is simple. Naisa for latama pashit. There's the simple reason. Shikolam mishpatim that is biyamav kishahoy mikaydim. Then all mitzvahs will be relevant again as they were in the beginning. Akivin karbanis, aismiten v'yayvlis, kachom mitzvahs amur b'tayre, karbanis again, shmiten yayvel, all other mitzvahs. So yaki and the chalat tayre, which is teichen sifra shel Rambam, but tachlis hashleim is the Rambam is the only sefer from all the Rishonim that gathered all the halachas that are negay bizman hazeh and bizman Shabbos Mikdash Kayim. Only time when b'payil mamish it's going to be relevant is when Mashiach comes. So therefore the Rambam finishes off with Mashiach. That's the pashut reason. So the Rebbe says a deeper pshat here inside the Sikha. Let's see. Kiv mishabi ma'isa Mashiach tizgala shleim was the halachas shel Torah B'Al Peh she'einen b'teilen lo'ilam kechamisha chum she'Torah la'asad la'avai. We'll see the ma'ila of the halachas. The nitzchias of Torah is expressed dafkan halachas. And lasad lavai, when everything else is going to be bottled, all the neviim and ksuvim, all the shakal v'tari, the only thing that we'll see that will remain nitzchi is dafka the halachis. Shezehu teichen sifri shel Rambam. Halachis is what the Rambam is all about. Shemekabetz kol halachis shel Torah B'Al Peh mishnah Torah b'hem shel limud chamisha chum she'Torah. So since the whole inyan of Rambam is dafka halachis without the shakal v'tari and without even the timing, just the actual halachis, Maila of Sefer HaRambam is going to be revealed. We'll see what the everything is in this. This is the etzem of Torah. It's not an emtsoi of Torah. This is the etzem of Torah that will remain. Lasad lavai. In Order 17, the Rebbe says a mighty good thing in connection to the takon of learning Rambam every day. Limud HaRambam halachas psukas, learning Rambam every day, which are halachas psukah. Al derech maimer azal, similar to what says in the Medrash, en kol agoliyes halolim eskansais ala b'zchus mishnayis, which is also halachas psukais, that the kibbutz galiyas will be in the schus of learning mishnayis, halachas psukais. What's the connection? Why dafka learning halachas, learning Rambam, brings Mashiach more than learning any other chelik in Torah? Because we'll see the mile of halacha. Halachas of Torah is going to be in his gala. The reason was to learn kol Torah kula, the achtus of all Yidden, that everybody together learns kol kula. Here the Rebbe is saying another nakuda. Dafka the halacha, the nitzchis of the halachas will be in his gala. Says that the gathering of Ella was chus mishnayis and the chus of learning mishnayis. Why? Because Mishnayos are also halachas psukais, not the
So
shakla.
mean Mishnah is also inclusive of Mishnah Torah.
Correct. But I
Okay.
was saying it's the same Inyan, same idea of halachas psukais.
Why won't we see halacha l'maiso?
Maybe we will. Maybe we will see the halacha in the
Why?
Torah, but still the halachas b'payil of Torah will not be batal.
Not be bottle.
Yeah.
So you might know it from Torah, but
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we know the shakla Torah also from Torah.
Yeah.
It's also not going to be bottle.
No, you won't need the shakla v'tayr. What's a shakla v'tayr? The shakla v'tayr is
You don't see
discussion.
it.
Is the pshat like this? Is the pshat like that? The
Uh-huh.
shakla v'tayr is the discussions.
So if you see it, you don't need the shakla Torah.
Right, you go straight. You have the halachas b'payil.